everybody. Welcome back to the show. It's Inside Penguins Hockey, presented by Comcast. We're here with Mark Eaton and Craig Adams. Time now for questions from our audience members, so we go downstairs to Dan Potash.
All right, let's start with Elizabeth. Who's your question for?
Mark Eaton.
Okay, go ahead.
What's your favorite jersey to wear during the game?
My favorite jersey? Probably any jersey but the blue. So either the black or the white. The blue tends to be a little heavier, and our blue equipment fits a lot tighter, so it's really never fun to wear.
Okay, Audrey, you're up next. Who's your question for?
Mark Eaton.
Go right ahead.
I'd like to know if Mario bought the Pirates, what position would you like to play?
Well, I played center field all through high school, so I'd love to have a spot there waiting for me.
There you go. Your new center fielder.
Okay, what's your name?
Jocelyn.
Who's your question for?
Mark.
Okay, go ahead.
What do you like to do on off season?
In the off season, we touched upon the family life earlier, kind of catching up and spending a lot more time with my family and my two girls, and liked at the golf course a couple times a week too as well.
All right.
Well, we're rolling right along, aren't we?
Yes.
Okay. This question's for Craig Adams. Go right ahead.
How old were you when you first started hockey?
I think the first time I was on skates, I was probably 3 or 4, and probably started organized hockey at 5. I think that's about it.
Mark, how about you?
Exact same answer.
Really?
Skating when I was 3, playing hockey when I was 5.
And you're from Delaware. Tell us about that. Not really a hockey hotbed, but...
No, not really. I started probably my first 2 years of youth hockey. I played in Delaware, and then after that, I lived half hour from Philadelphia. Played most of my youth hockey in the Philadelphia area.
Okay, sorry to hear that. Next.
And our last
Softball.
question. And our last question is from Julie. Go right ahead.
Hi, this is for Craig. And Mark, I want to apologize for the jersey. I understand that you guys have to listen to music in the locker room. Who determines what you listen to? And personally, what's your favorite band? Who's your favorite band?
My favorite band tie all time is Led Zeppelin and the Tragically Hip, which is a Canadian band. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but the music in the locker room is a strange thing. It's kind of usually one of the, a stronger personality wins out, because, for example, last year most of the music was run by Hal Gill. Now it's Pascal Dupuis, and it's not necessarily because people like the music they're putting on. They just can't be bothered to fight with them over it. So, I like some of the music that comes on. Some of it I could do without. I like when Brent Johnson gets on the controls a little bit. I like his music, so you kind of got to roll with the punches. It's pretty tough to please 25 different guys.
Oh, Brent told us he loves Led Zeppelin here on this show. He's got it on his mask, too.
He's got it on his mask, so yeah, we could do with a little bit more of that and a little less techno.
Mark shook his head when you said Tragically Hip.
Yeah.
He's American.
Yeah, he doesn't. I mean, that's
well,
fine.
It's
He
not
doesn't
that.
get it.
My roommate, my rookie year, was from Toronto, and every day after practice, it didn't matter. It was Tragically Hip for 3 or 4 hours a day, so I kind of got sick of it.
Okay, that's understandable.
Nothing personal.
Nothing personal. Okay, well, we're going to take a break and wrap things up here on this week's edition of Inside Penguins Hockey, presented by Comcast. We'll be back with more here with Mark Eaton and Craig Adams, so stick around. Very much, everybody. Great crowd as always. Welcome back to Inside Penguins Hockey, presented by Comcast, here with Mark Eaton and Craig Adams, wrapping things up here for this week's show. Time now for some one-timers, some quick questions for you. Craig, we'll start with you. Toughest guy to beat in a face-off in the NHL?
Probably right now I'd say Paul Gostad from Buffalo. Yeah.
He's leading the league, or at least was last time I checked. He's a pretty strong guy, right?
Very strong, yeah.
Greatest moment of your career?
Winning the Stanley Cup, both times were good. Yeah.
I was going to try to trap you. He's got 2 rings, so I wanted to see if I could get you to say which one was better.
Neither were better. They were different.
You can't compare. Best advice anyone ever gave you?
Try and get your name on the score sheet every night. Doesn't matter how you get it there.
All right. All-time favorite movie?
Snatch.
Okay. And dinner with one person
Dinner with one person?
in history. Anybody. Who would it be?
I'd have to say Nelson Mandela. Pretty
Very
interesting
good.
guy, yeah. He
Very
probably has some
nice
good
answer.
stories.
I believe it, yeah. All right, Mark Eaton. Toughest forward to stop one-on-one in the NHL.
He's not in the NHL anymore, but Peter Forsberg was, anytime you had to play against him, he was always as dangerous a player as I've ever played against.
What made him so dangerous?
He could do it all. He was so strong, so fast, and such good hands. I mean, that's a pretty lethal combination.
Funniest teammate?
Funniest teammate? Well, Andre Waugh was here the first year I got here, and he, I think, by far takes the cake. He's the funniest guy I've ever played with.
Currently? In the
Currently?
dressing room?
I know you know Billy G pretty
Billy
well.
G.
He's quite a character in his own right.
Why do I even ask? Every guy says Billy G. Coolest thing about playing in the NHL?
Just living a dream. I mean, you grow up as a kid playing street hockey. It's what you dream about, and here I am actually doing it.
And finally, dinner with one person. Who would it be? Anybody?
Well, ads went pretty deep on us, so I'll keep it light. I'd say Flower, because I don't know if fans know about shoe checking and all that. He's the guy that always does the shoe checking, so I figure if you're having dinner with him, you'll never get shoe checked.
Tell us quickly what that is. You go under the table, a little prank.
Guys
right?
sneak under the table and put butter or whipped cream or something on your shoe, and then the team taps the glasses and everybody looks and I got shoe checked. So he's usually the culprit. So
all right,
eat with him.
Let's hear it for our guests this week, Craig Adams and Mark Eaton. Awesome guests, great crowd. Big thanks to Dan Potash and to you for watching. We'll see you next week on Inside Penguins Hockey, presented by Comcast.